My name is Linda Turner, and I'm 58 years old.
Linda, thank you for meeting with me today. I just wanted to ask you some questions about technology, how it's affected your life. Where did you grow up?
I grew up here in Ashe County until I was 16. Then I got married and moved away.
Okay, what do you do for a living?
I work with people that are physically and mentally disabled.
How do you use technology in your daily life?
Well, we use computers. We went from having records in writing to they're all been put on computers, and we use where we used to have to use the phone to call, we now use fax machine.
Okay. How do you think that's improved your daily life?
Yeah, until the fax machine breaks.
I know technology's great when it works. What type of technology do you use most often?
Most often, because I work in the home, I just use the fax machine as what I'm more or less limited to.
What would happen if the technology that you use was suddenly taken away?
We would be we'd be in a lack of communication.
How do you view technology?
I view it as very interesting.
Do you think it's changed the world for the good or the worse?
Well, there's some good and some bad, but for the most part, I think it's changed it for the good.
Are you concerned about technology being used to invade your privacy?
No.
What has technology changed for you the most?
Well, let's see. Where I used to have to call my family, I can now actually get on the computer and see people I'm talking to. It's made it a more personal connection with the family.
Can you tell me a little bit about what technology was like when you were growing up?
When I was growing up,
Yeah, what kind of...
There wasn't any technology.
What would you consider to be technology 20 years ago?
A dial, or the phones we had was I guess you'd call them the rotary phones. I can remember when we was growing up, we had 2 channels on the TV. There was no satellite. There was none of that. We had 2 channels. And it just depended on which way the wind blew the antenna, which one we'd get on a given day.
Does the technology, like computers and phones, do they work where you live today?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay, well, that's all the questions I have for you. Thank you for meeting with me.